As you continue your process of ascension, and it is indeed a process, your consciousness expands into higher and higher frequencies. Therefore, you will be able to consciously perceive and collect higher and higher frequencies of thought forms and energy fields. By collect we mean that once you perceive an energy field, it awaits in your aura until you decide what to do with it. In other words, you are no longer a passive observer of life. The very creative and/or destructive forces of your reality, thought forms and energy fields, allow you to choose whether you wish to feed that energy with fear or send it your unconditional love and transmute it with the violet fire. Furthermore, the energy field and thought forms that you send into your reality will return more and more quickly. Hence, you will no longer be able to be unconscious about what is occurring in your reality. The best part of your expanded awareness is that you can observe your own energy fields and thought forms to see if you want to send them out into your world, or transmute them with unconditional love and violet fire. In other words, you become multidimensionally aware of yourself and of your reality. If you are in a fearful state, which is often because you are stressed, tired, hungry or have become embroiled in a negative thought form, you can instantly release and transmute it within the now. However, if you become embroiled in the 3D matrix, you will be unconscious of that which precedes the creation of your reality. If your thoughts and emotions are based on love, you will be happy when they return to you. However, if you fall into fearful thinking and emotions, they too will return to you very quickly. Since Gaia is a cause and effect planet, her ascension is based on having myriad causes, thought forms and energy fields, that return to her planet to facilitate her process. Therefore, dear emissaries of light, mind the thoughts and emotions that you send out into your world, as they will return to you more and more quickly. On the other hand, those who are far from expanding their consciousness and actually live in the frequency power over others, will not receive their energy back in their awareness for quite a bit of your time. This may appear unfair to those of you who do not understand that ascension is a process of complete mastery over your earth vessel. When you do not understand that fact, you may become impatient because you not understand that you are the one who is gauging the speed of your ascension by the frequency rate of your consciousness that you create with your own thoughts and emotions. In past ascensions, humans would study for at least 7 lifetimes, as well as for their entire life previous to their ascension. They all faced great challenges, had to go into the astral plane and heal all their selfish acts, and often lived many decades of absolute poverty, constant meditation and immense self-sacrifice. The term ascension has become modernized in your world of get it quickly, and where do I pay for it? You pay for your ascension with complete and total control of your every thought and emotion. Therefore, ask not what ascension can do for you, but what you can do for ascension. Furthermore, in your era, ascension is not just for an individual, but for an entire planet. Therefore, humanity, who is supposed to be the most evolved species on Earth, must release their attachment to being human. In this manner, you can remember that a very small component of the lowest frequency of your multidimensional self has logged into this 3D reality. When you logged into your present reality, as you have myriad realities running simultaneously within the now, you did so via your signature frequency. Your signature frequency is the spark of your individuality that lives in an individual earth vessel that you are wearing in order to participate in the holographic project of life on the 3rd, 4th dimension. Your signature frequency is the core frequency of your multidimensional self. The 3D aspect or your signature frequency intermingles with other your 4D signature frequencies and flows in unity consciousness with your signature frequencies in the 5D and beyond. In all of your myriad versions of reality, you are the same signature frequency. Once you perceive your reality via the higher perceptions of thought forms and energy fields, you begin to recognize how every personal thought form displays the signature frequency of its creator. There are also group thought forms, energy fields of the groups that are so united that they have a group signature frequency. This group is very intimate and is able to take excursions in consciousness as one being. The group is much like the members of an airplane, except that everyone knows and unconditionally loves each other. Some of these groups are small and some are quite large. Either way, the members of these groups are so aligned with each other that their individual thought forms easily merge into the group thought form. Once your individual consciousness expands into the fifth dimension and beyond, you move into unity consciousness, because you are on the cusp of ascension. Therefore, you begin to collect all the thought forms and energy fields you have ever created while logged into the 3/4D matrix. You begin first with that which you have created in your current incarnation. Then, your unity consciousness begins the merging with all the myriad versions of yourself. Therefore, your fifth-dimensional consciousness seeks to unite with all the thought forms and energy fields you have ever created in all of your third-dimensional incarnations. All these thought forms and energy fields reunite into the sender's signature frequency to exist as one. In other words, as your consciousness expands into higher and higher frequencies and dimensions, all your markers, all the elements and derivatives of your signature frequency, become reunited within the growing unity consciousness with your ever-expanding sense of self. Therefore, once all the elements of your thoughts, emotions and actions from your current earth vessel are reunited with your signature frequency, you begin to collect the thought forms and energy fields from all your incarnations on Gaia. Ascension is not about leaving. Ascension is about taking full responsibility for every thought form and energy field that you have ever created while holding a form on the earth. Do you understand how you are gathering all components of your signature frequency, yourself, to resonate in unity consciousness with the Creator or your reality, you? As you continue your mission to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension, you must gather, unconditionally love and transmute all that you have ever thought, felt and done while wearing an earth vessel. Once you have gathered all the thought forms and energy fields from all your incarnations on Gaia, you begin the process of transmuting all these elements back into their innate fifth-dimensional expressions. Your contribution to planetary ascension is that the transmutations of your personal elements of earth, symbolizing your actions, air, your thoughts, fire, your spirit, and water, your emotions, flows into the earth, air, fire and water of the planet. You volunteered to enter this incarnation to assist with planetary ascension. Therefore, you are the captain on the ship, who is last to leave. Therefore, you remain with the planet, ship, to open the portals into the higher dimensions by calling in all elements of yourself to work as one within your own signature frequency. As your consciousness expands to embrace your multidimensional self, you remember the promise you made to assist Gaia to ascend back to her multidimensional planetary self. You will keep this promise by expanding your personal consciousness into planetary consciousness. In this manner, as you transmute your personal self, you also transmute your planetary self. While you resonate to planetary consciousness, you offer up your personal elementals of earth, air, fire and water to flow in unity consciousness with earth, air, fire and water that resonate to planet Gaia. Thus, any transmutations that you create within your own form, is automatically shared with the Gaia's form. In this manner, all third-dimensional elements are transmuted into fifth-dimensional elementals. As you continue to work in this multi-dimensional manner, your signature frequency returns to its full multi-dimensional expression. At this point you do no longer need to ascend to go to the fifth dimension and beyond, as you have remembered that you always were in the fifth dimension. You did not leave the higher worlds to come into your earth vessel. Instead, you extended your multi-dimensions consciousness, the core of your own multi-dimensional signature frequency, to consciously perceive the third, fourth-dimensional matrix. You had forgotten how easily the illusion of separation could lower your consciousness by filling you with fear. In fact, eventually, you forgot that you were multidimensional. Then, you became stuck on the fourth-dimensional wheel of life and death in which you were born to 3D, died to 3D and become aware of 4D, then died to 4D and returned to 3D, then you would start the wheel again. You believed that you lived and died, and lived and died, and lived, and once you entered the 3D/4D matrix, you began to forget that you never left anywhere. You extended your awareness into another frequency of reality. It is the now to extend your consciousness back into the higher dimensions. But first, you must collect all of yourself so that you can transmute it. Then you will share that transmutation with Gaia. Additionally, you will share all the transmutations of all the earth realities you ever experienced with Gaia in any timeline. With the memory of your personal, signature frequency, You can send out the power of your unconditional love and violet fire into every parallel and alternate life you experienced on Gaia. Once you have gathered all your human expressions of self on Earth, you gather your non-human expressions. Yes, many of you have chosen to take on the forms of animals, plants, as well as some higher dimensional beings such as fairies, devas, and overlighting spirits. The challenge that you promised to fulfill before you took any form on third or fourth dimensional Earth is that you promised to remain conscious while you gathered yourself. To remain connected to your multidimensional self, you cannot allow any thoughts, emotions, behaviors and/or desires to arise from your unconscious. In fact, you promised no more unconscious self. You are ascending, and if you choose to fulfill the contract you made before you took your Earth vessel, you will need to remain fully conscious of your own thoughts and emotions. Please understand that once your frequency returns to the fifth dimension, your thought forms and energy fields manifest in your reality very quickly. If you have a fear-based thought and fill it with the emotion of fear, it will become manifest almost instantly. Remember, there is no time in the fifth dimension. Do you understand why you must maintain mastery over your thoughts and emotions? If you could see your reality from our perspective, you would see myriad thoughts of ascension, unity, unconditional love and violet fire being suddenly shut down by a random negative, insecure, frightened and/or selfish thought that just touches the edge of your consciousness. You are no longer children in training. The frequency of Gaia is moving into the fifth dimension. In fact, there are certain nows in which the fifth dimension touches down into Gaia to create beautiful miracles that extend beyond time and space to transmute all time and space on planet Earth. On the other hand, there are still random acts of violence. These acts of violence mostly come from humans. Therefore, humanity must be the ones to unconditionally love and transmute them. Remember, Gaia is a free will planet based on learning the laws of cause and effect. We, the Galactics and Celestials, need you, our emissaries of light, to perceive these thought forms and energy fields before they land into the body of Gaia and become manifest. You have the ability to send your unconditional love and violet fire into the core of those negative thought forms and energy fields, so that they will not manifest. You can best do so by saying, I refuse to participate in that possible reality and send unconditional love and violet fire. In this manner you not only keep your personal consciousness above fear, but you also serve to transmute that energy field or thought form before it becomes manifest. Can you imagine how surprised the forces of power over others will be when they understand that their power over others' thought forms are being transmuted into power within creations? We complete this message by recognizing and thanking all of you who are regaining mastery of your own thoughts and emotions, as well as serving as our cleanup crew to halt fear and destruction while still in the potential form of thought forms or energy fields. We are the members of your galactic and celestial family. Our contribution to you, our brave volunteers to assist Gaia, is to instantly assist you whenever you call us. Just go inside yourself, and you will find our infinite gift. Blessings, the Arcturians and your galactic family.